Hey, how you doing? Today I want to take a little bit of time to go over some virus cleaning software that may help you if your computer gets attacked by some adware or some malware. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to open up a web browser, and we are going to wait for it to open here. And here we go. Good. So the first thing we're going to look for is ADW Cleaner. ADW Cleaner was the #1 tool that I used as a preliminary cleaner. You can get it from toolslib.net, or you can get it from bleepingcomputer.com. They were actually recently purchased by Malwarebytes, which is another tool that I would suggest using if your computer gets hit with something like that. One of the reasons to use it is that it will find things very quickly, and it'll also provide you a notepad document with all the things that it removes. But that's not all. Not only should we use ADW Cleaner and Malwarebytes, you should probably use them in tandem. The Malwarebytes scan will miss things. At least in my experience, when I used to work on a tech bench, it used to miss certain things. So I would, use ADW Cleaners as the fallback to clean up the rest of the stuff to make sure that the customer would walk away happy. If for some reason you're still finding things running a little slow, there's a couple more utilities that you can use to help clean up your computer a little more. One of the things that I'll recommend would be CCleaner by Piriform, which you can find here. You can get it for free. You can just click this little download here and then run the installer, and then you can scan and remove temporary files. You can even clean up your registry, although I would recommend Glary's registry cleaner, which can be found on the Glary's website here. So Glary's registry cleaner, which is called Registry Repair. You can find it from glarysoft.com. You can download that, and it'll help you clean up your registry. Especially if you're like downloading Steam games or whatever, and you're uninstalling them a lot of the time. Because I know I do a lot. So what I would do is run the registry repair afterwards, just to clean up those extra files. Something that you might want to do afterwards as well is always reboot your computer, and if things still just aren't running well, I believe there is another tool that we can use called the Hiren's Boot Disk. You can find that here. And I will be putting links to all of these tools in the description down below, so feel free to take a look at any of these. Now, the Hiren's Boot CD is a really interesting tool, because the thing that it'll let you do is you can actually write it as an ISO to a flash drive, and you can boot into that, and then from there you can actually access some protected environments such as Parted Magic and also Mini XP. Both of these are really useful, especially if you need to crack a password or do something else. I notice a lot of times, like when I was was working at a tech center in my town, we would have people that would forget their passwords all the time, so we would have to use the built-in password recovery tool that comes along with Hiren's Boot CD. There's something else you can use called LazeSoft as well, but I'm not going to touch on that in this video. All you would have to do is go to the website, and it is here, and then you can download the boot CD right here, and then you can use a tool called Rufus. So we'll just get that here, and I will also put that in the description below. And we can write Rufus to a flash drive. Make sure you have enough space. Usually use at least a 16 or a 32. I prefer to use 64s because I carry that thing around with me like it's the Bible. So, make sure you do something like that. Go ahead and write it there, and you can continue writing files to the flash drive after Hiren's Boot CD is already installed. In fact, I actually have a copy of it with me right now. So let's see what you get when you use this utility. Alright, so now that's plugged in. So as you can see, my flash drive already opened up here, and we go into HB CD, and you have this menu you can open up here. So that's going to make me do that. Here we are, we're back. And we have this list of programs that we can run. So you've got cleaners, browser file managers, backup software. You can clone things, all sorts of stuff, all sorts of kind of things. So I highly, highly, highly recommend the Boot CD. Other than that, that's a pretty basic setup that you can use in order to get your computer kind of cleaned up, and maybe take a step into tech repair if that's something that you're interested in. Although I would recommend learning an OS from the ground up before just kind of jumping in the middle of it. But yeah, I mean that's more or less it. You can feel free to ask me any questions in the comments. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions, and you can try these out for yourself. You can even build a virtual machine and infect the shit out of it, and then see if you can get it cleaned up. So other than that, hope you guys have a great day, and I will try to keep content coming. See ya.